Hey there, adventurers. Welcome to Top List Passport, the channel where we explore the world one fascinating list at a time.
From breathtaking destinations and cultural hotspots to quirky, off-the-beaten-path finds, we're here to inspire your wanderlust and maybe even spark your next adventure.
Whether you love diving into unique places, uncovering hidden gems, or just dreaming about where to go next, this is the place for you.
So, if you're as curious about the world as we are, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
Now, let's dive into today's list and see what the world has in store. Hey everyone, welcome back to Top List Passport. You know, I'm already starting to think about my next vacation. And wouldn't you know it, March is right around the corner, which I hear is a great time to travel.
March is a sweet spot, you get nicer weather, fewer crowds, and, maybe even better prices.
Fewer crowds and cheaper flights. Now you've got my attention.
Right.
Today's deep dive, best places to travel in March. Let's see what kind of treasures we can unearth.
Sounds good.
All right, so where are we getting off to first?
Well, first up, we're going to Lisbon, Portugal. I think a lot of people our age think that Europe is really expensive.
Yeah.
But Lisbon is surprisingly affordable.
Well, that's good to hear, especially for those of us traveling on a budget.
For sure.
So what makes Lisbon so special in March?
Well, imagine yourself, walking through the Alfama district. It's Lisbon's oldest neighborhood. The weather is perfect for just kind of wandering those narrow cobblestone streets, finding little cafes tucked away, in centuries-old buildings.
Wow. And, you'll be there before all the big summer crowds hit. That sounds amazing.
Right.
I can practically smell the ocean air. And what else should we check out in Lisbon?
Well, no trip to Lisbon is complete without having a pastel de nata. They're these little custard tarts, warm, creamy, dusted with cinnamon. You can find them all over the city.
Sounds delicious.
I may have indulged in 1 or 2 or 10 on my last visit.
Okay, you've officially sold me on Lisbon. Where to next?
Let's hop over to Mexico City.
Okay.
Mexico City. It's a vibrant, energetic city, and March is the perfect time to experience it. The weather is pleasant, and there's just always something going on.
Now, I've heard so much about the food scene in Mexico City. Is it as good as everyone says it is?
It's even better. Talking mouth-watering street tacos for, a couple of dollars. Or you can splurge on a world-class fine dining experience for a fraction of what you'd pay, in other big cities.
That's impressive. Besides the food, is there anything else that you'd recommend in Mexico City?
Well, beyond the famous museums and landmarks, Mexico City has these incredible neighborhoods, each with its own personality. In March, the jacaranda trees are blooming.
Yeah.
You can wander through neighborhoods like Roma or Condesa, admiring those purple blossoms and just stopping at charming cafes or art galleries along the way.
Oh, that sounds beautiful. I love those, off the beaten path neighborhoods that really give you a feel for the local culture.
Definitely.
Okay, 2 destinations down and I'm already feeling the wanderlust kicking in. What else is on our March travel adventure list?
Okay, next up, let's head to Valencia, Spain. And if you happen to be there in March, you're just in time for Las Fallas.
Las Fallas. Tell me more about that.
It's this incredible festival, unique to Valencia. Imagine giant, elaborate sculptures, some of them as tall as buildings, filling the city squares.
Wow.
Their parades, vibrant costumes, music, dancing, and every night, the sky lights up with fireworks.
Wow, that sounds like quite the party. What about the rest of Valencia? What else should we see while we're there?
Well, Valencia is also famous for its beaches and the Turia Gardens. It's this beautiful park built in the old riverbed. And of course, you have to try paella in its birthplace.
Paella by the beach. Sign me up.
Besides paella, you have to try agua de Valencia. It's this refreshing cocktail made with orange juice, cava, and vodka, perfect for sipping on a sunny afternoon.
All right, noted. Agua de Valencia, officially on my list. What's next on our list?
Let's switch gears a bit and go to Chiang Mai, Thailand.
Yeah.
Chiang Mai offers a different kind of experience, a blend of relaxation and cultural immersion.
Oh, I love that. What can we expect to see and do there?
Imagine exploring ancient temples like Wat Phra Singh and Wat Chadiluang, surrounded by these peaceful gardens. The March weather is perfect for just strolling through those historic sites. And then in the evenings, the city comes alive with these bustling night markets filled with local crafts, delicious street food, vibrant energy.
So Chiang Mai is perfect for soaking up the culture and maybe finding out inner peace.
Exactly. But if you're up for an adventure, just outside the city is Doi Intanon National Park. You can hike through lush jungles, discover hidden waterfalls, and even visit an ethical elephant sanctuary.
Okay, now you're talking my language. Ethical elephant sanctuaries. So culture, relaxation, and adventure. It sounds like a pretty well-rounded experience.
It really is, and March is a great time to go before the heat and humidity of, the Thai summer.
Good point. Comfort is key, especially for us middle-aged folks. Where to next?
Well, for our next destination, picture this. Rolling green hills, charming pubs, and maybe even a leprechaun or two.
Okay,
We're off to Ireland.
Ireland in March. Is the weather really nice enough to enjoy the outdoors?
It might surprise you, but March is actually a great time to go to the Emerald Isle. The weather's mild enough for exploring those storybook landscapes, but without the summer crowds.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What should we do in Ireland in March?
How about a road trip along the wild Atlantic Way?
Oh, tell me more.
Imagine driving along that rugged coastline, stopping to admire dramatic cliffs like the Cliffs of Moher, discovering charming villages along the way.
Now that's what I call an adventure. Anything else we should keep in mind for Ireland?
I'd recommend visiting some of Ireland's castles. Many of them are open to the public, and you can kind of step back in time and imagine what life was like, centuries ago. And March is a great time to visit, as you'll likely have those castles more to yourself.
Okay, that's a great tip. I love exploring those historic sites. All right, what other amazing destinations are on our list?
Next, we're headed to a place that will take your breath away. Iguazu Falls, on the border of Argentina and Brazil.
I've seen pictures of Iguazu Falls. It's hard to even grasp the sheer scale of it. What's the best way to experience something so massive?
Picture this. You're surrounded by lush rainforest, hundreds of cascades just thundering down all around you. And one of the most iconic spots is called Devil's Throat. It's this U-shaped chasm where 13 falls converge with this deafening roar. It's nature at its most powerful.
Okay, yeah, that sounds absolutely awe-inspiring. So is it better to see the falls from the Argentina side or the Brazil side?
Honestly, both sides offer something unique. On the Argentine side, there's a network of walkways. Take you right over the falls. Imagine standing on a platform with water just thundering all around you. It's an incredible sensory experience. And on the Brazilian side, you can take a boat trip that goes right up to the base of the falls. Prepare to get soaked.
Wow, that sounds thrilling. Where are we off to next?
Let's head back to Europe for a visit to Cinque Terre, Italy.
Oh,
This region's made up of 5 picturesque villages perched on cliffs along the Italian Riviera.
Cinque Terre. I've heard of it. It looks absolutely stunning in pictures.
It's even more beautiful in person.
Wow.
March is ideal for hiking between the villages. You get those mild temperatures and, fewer crowds jostling for space on those narrow trails. Each village has its own charm, from the colorful houses clinging to the cliffs to the little harbors filled with fishing boats.
Sounds idyllic. What's the inside scoop for that region?
The region produces some fantastic local wines, often made with grapes grown on those, steep terrace vineyards overlooking the sea.
Yeah.
In March, the wineries are open for tastings. You can really sample some of those local flavor.
Oh, that sounds delightful. Wine tasting with a view, that's what I call a vacation. What's our next stop?
For our next destination, we're going to Belize.
Belize.
Get ready for some tropical sunshine because March is the perfect time to escape to this Caribbean paradise.
Belize, honestly, I don't know much about it. What kind of experience can we expect?
Belize has something for everyone. You can dive or snorkel in the Belize Barrier Reef. It's the second largest in the world.
Wow.
And just discover a kaleidoscope of, colorful fish and coral. Or you can kayak through the Great Blue Hole.
That's pretty cool.
It's a massive marine sinkhole that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Wow. So Belize is a water lover's paradise. What about those of us who prefer to stay on dry land?
There's plenty to explore inland as well. Belize is home to lush jungles, teeming with wildlife, ancient Mayan ruins like Sun and Tunic, and these pristine beaches that are just perfect for relaxation.
Totally.
You can go cave tubing, zip lining, or simply just unwind on a hammock swaying between palm trees.
Okay, that sounds amazing. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure kind of destination. All right, where to next?
Let's venture a little off the beaten path and head to Oman.
Oman.
This hidden gem on the Arabian Peninsula offers a fascinating blend of tradition and modernity.
Oman, honestly, that one wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Imagine exploring, the golden dunes of the Wahiba Sands, staying in these luxurious desert camps, and just experiencing the warmth of Omani hospitality.
Wow.
You can ride camels at sunset, try traditional Omani coffee, and just, learn about their rich culture.
That sounds so unique. What about their cities? am I to see there?
Well, the capital city, Muscat, is a must visit. It has beautiful beaches, a stunning grand mosque, bustling souks where you can find, treasures like frankincense and spices. And the food scene is fantastic. Think grilled seafood, aromatic rice dishes, flavorful stews.
Okay, color me intrigued. Oman is definitely going on my list of places to research.
Right.
Okay, so for our final destination, are we coming back to the U.S.?
We are. Let's wrap up our March adventure with a visit to Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, Savannah.
Think Southern charm, cobblestone streets, and these beautiful squares draped in Spanish moss.
I've heard Savannah's beautiful. What makes it special in March?
March is actually a fantastic time to go to Savannah because the weather is mild and the city is in full bloom with azaleas. It's a sight to behold. Imagine strolling through Forsyth Park with its, iconic fountain surrounded by all these vibrant blooms, or walking along River Street lined with those historic buildings and those quirky shops.
That sounds lovely. What else can we do in Savannah?
Savannah is a city best explored on foot. You can wander through those historic squares, admire the architecture, maybe take a ghost tour. One of my favorite things about Savannah is the food scene.
Yeah, the food.
Beyond the shrimp and grits, they have this incredible low country boil.
Okay,
It's a feast of, shrimp, crab, sausage, corn, potatoes, all cooked together in this flavorful broth. And March is a great time to enjoy those, outdoor patios and soak up that southern hospitality.
okay, I'm officially hungry. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from Europe to Asia to the Americas, quite the whirlwind tour.
There you have it, a diverse range of destinations, each offering something special in March.
We've explored 10 amazing destinations, perfect for March travel, shared some insider tips. Out of all the destinations we've discussed today, which one sparked your wanderlust the most?
And remember, the world is full of incredible experiences, just waiting to be discovered. So pack your bags, grab your passport, and get ready for an unforgettable March adventure.
Until next week, happy travels.